What up, guys? Just doing a quick video. My top 8, second place locals deck. Punks, multiple tops, multiple top 8s at different locals in my area. Let's get to it. So first, obviously, triple Xiamens. It's the main punk. It's a searcher, starter. Triple Foxies, again, starter. 1-card starters. Triple Ogre Dances. Searchers, it's a Rota. Now, those are the only punks I'm playing 3 of. The 2 ofs, I'm actually playing 2 Deer Notes. I switch between 2 and 3 a lot. It just depends on the mood and how I'm feeling. But currently, 2 Deer Notes, 2 Shadaka Size, and those are the only 2 ofs. Next, the 1 ofs, Madam Spider and Wagon. Wagon, easy search. If they target a punk, attack, it's a free draw. A good Imperm Veiler bait. Madam Spider, it adds you a trap. So those are all the actual punk monsters. Go ahead. Go straight to the hand traps. So I play 2 Nibs, 2 Ogres, triple Gamma with the driver, of course, triple Ash, triple Veiler, and triple DD Crows. Again, it's just for this meta. Currently, 2 Nibs, Math Mechs, anything really. D-Links, it's there if I need it. Only 2 of, because I feel like 3 isn't needed. And if you're going against matchups, say Tier Elements or Sprites, and either you draw this with Sprite and an Imperm or negate in hand, or it's just a dead card because Gigantic, you can't really do anything. But it's an easy side out, game 2 or game 3, again, depending on the matchup. Ogre, good against field spells, monsters that need to stay on board to resolve their effect. It's also a level 3 Psychic, so it's searchable. Again, Ash is Ash, triple Veiler. Again, Veiler is pretty good. Gamma and DD Crows. DD Crows, obviously, Tier Elements, Sprite, Elf targets, or anything that activates Engrave, Branded, banish that Albaz, banish the Aliber, banish the opening. Gamma, it Sprites, any on-field effects, negate it, special summon it, destroy it. If they don't have an extender, they pretty much pass turn. But those are the hand traps. And that will be 13, I'm pretty sure. 13 hand traps, 3, 16 hand traps. And so far, 16 hand traps and the 1-ofs. Well, not the 1-ofs. The 1-ofs, we play Necro Shinobi, Shinobi Necro. And what I play is a Raiden, the multi-dimensional kaiju. I added this in. I'd say this is where I put in and would switch out the 3rd Deer Note. The kaiju is there. Say you don't go first and your opponent just opens insane, right? You can kaiju whatever they have on the board and then make your plays. Say if it's a Baron, a Gigantic, an Elf, or maybe even a totally awesome, say you bait the negate or you get an Imperm off on the Elf and they still have totally on field, or any problem cards and you're going second, just kaiju it and just go off. Also, it's a level 7, so if you special it off the Zombie Vampire and you have a tuner on field, special it, just sink into a 10 Baron chaining. It's also a 28 beater, but again, it's this I'm testing, but it's just there to out impossible boards and flood and towers. Say you're playing Agonister or a Final Sigma or a Rival, you know? It outs floodgate monster cards. Well, that's all he's there for. Again, I'm just testing him. He's in and out. And Shinobi Necro, I like him better than Plague Spreader because Plague Spreader, you have to send it to grave. If it's in the grave, you have to bounce a card from hand to the top of your deck. I'm not a fan of that. I would much rather have this in hand to normal summon and link and have it in the grave, or send it off with the Foxy effect if it's in hand. Because him and a Gizmek himself, that's a free Baron. But again, I'd rather have him get banished and special himself back, because it's a planned play with Plague Spreader. I can't really plan, say my hand's lacking or only have one hand trap, say in hand, and I have Plague Spreader in the grave, correct? Right? And you want to bring the Plague Spreader out, but at that cost, you're negating that one card in your hand, which it can be a game changer. So that's why I play Shinobi Necro. I like him better. Easy. And of course, the last 3 ofs, Gizmex. Special it out, have a body on board, do it during the end of your opponent's turn if they go first. So next turn you have a pop and you can bait out a hand trap or a negate if they want to protect the card on field. He's there, he's a level 8 body. 8, going with the 3 tuner, he could go into a level 11 synchro, or just the level 2, he could go into a level 10. Easy concurrent body on board. All right, out of spell cards, I play 1 Called By, because why not? If you see it, you see it. If you don't, it's whatever. But Called By is such a strong card. First or second. If you go second, banish something in their grave if they try and target it. Or if you're going to get something, say 2 elements to activate, they mill 3, they activate effect in grave, chain Called By, banish it. Easy. 3, we play 3 of the P.U.N.K Jam Extreme Sessions. Really, really good card. Super good. The special summon effect's great. The draw is even better. Love it. I must play it at 3. I believe I have to play it at 3. E-Telly's at 3. Extenders, everything psychic, easy. Other last 2 spells are Desires. And in this deck, I'm playing an even 50. So Desires, really, unless I'm banishing both of the Deer Notes, it's not an issue. But again, before I activate, or before you should activate Desires, if you have a combo, you combo first, then at the end, you activate Desires and get that draw too. Once you've wasted all your opponent's negates, if they have any, or have had any. And by that time, if you're able to combo, and you have Desires in hand at the end of the combo, more than likely, you will have a Deer Note or 2. In this deck specifically, a Deer Note will be out on the field, or in the grave. That's a fact. And for traps, 19 hand traps, I'd say, with the imperms. And we play 1 Nashiwadi Surprise. I was thinking about the Dangerous Gabu to put in, but Nashiwadi Surprise is enough. This is enough hand traps. This is enough traps you need, I believe. 3 imperm, great, not once per turn. You can set it going first if you draw into it. Or if you're going second, it's in hand, and hand traps are hand traps. They do what they do. That's the main deck. It's an even 50 cards. I'm going to go ahead and go into the extra deck. So the one exceeds, it's Zombie Vampire, of course, obviously. And the 8's Chaotic Ruler. No need to explain why. That's it. And we run 1 Jam Dragon Drive. Great card. It activates. If your opponent activates a card in response to a P.U.N.K card, it specials itself. If it's special, or if it's special by a P.U.N.K effect, then you get to pay 600, add a level 3 Psychic, or send it to grave. Too strong. The 10's Baron. Because why not? We can go into her. Why wouldn't you play her? And Chang Ying, card gets banished. Banish a card from her opponent's field and grave. Too strong. Too freaking strong. 11's 2 Amazing Dragons. Once per turn, you can special a P.U.N.K from the grave, except himself. Also, on summon, synchro summon, you can bounce cards equal to the number or the amount of psychics that are level 3 with different names in your grave and on field. So Too easy, in phase, activate it with the Shadow Kasai, have a Gizmek, special him out, and boom, just bounce during their in phase. Say they set 5, you can bounce 3 or 5 if you have enough materials in the grave and on the field. It's just too strong of a card. Formula, P.U.N.K plays, and 1 more 11, Psychic and Punisher. Too good of a card. This card OTKs, he gets rid of cards on the field. 2, you pay enough life to have him unaffected on summon most of the time. And the attack gain, it just gains the difference. It's too good. It's too good. And last synchro will be Calamity. You can go into Calamity with the P.U.N.K into Formula with the level 2 on field and with the Ruler on field as well. During your opponent's main phase, if they have anything. If they don't, cool. Res of their first effect activating. Activate P.U.N.K, go into Formula. Formula, you could draw if you want. I usually don't draw. Resolution, Sync, use the Formula. What other level 2 I brought out with the P.U.N.K and the Chaos Ruler if he's on field. Into Calamity, and you pretty much end your opponent's turn. And I remember I was playing a Tear Element player. I Calamity'd him. He went to end phase. I still had activated Gizmek, and I had a Shadow Kasai on field. I specialed the Gizmek during his end phase. He set 3, and then I activated the effect of the Shadow Kasai to pay 600 to Synchro Summon the Gizmek and himself for an Amazing Dragon. Bounce all his cards back to hand during end phase, and that was he pretty much scooped because he had nothing, and I wasn't activating any monster effects, so he could get the Hoff effect in hand. Links, again, P.U.N.K, Lambda because you can, Boral Sword because I don't own Celine or Access Code, but Boral Sword gets the job done either way. Just swing for game, swing, effect, switch an attack position that you already swung with to defense. That's not a link, of course. It'll usually more than likely be a synchro after they hit, and then he hits again, and that's usually game. And 1 dark. Because Tear Elements, you can steal most of their monsters. Also, if you're playing Branded Despia, steal their fusions. If you're playing against Sprite, you can steal their Gigantic or their blue. Just extra material to help go into a Boral Sword. And the last, of course, we play the fusion, the Rising Carp. Simple, you go into them with Shadow Kasai, Fuse, and then Tribute, Special Summon 2. That's how you get the level 5 Deer Note and whatever level 3 you need or effect you didn't activate that turn, especially if the field spell's up, because then that's an additional draw after you activate that new level 3 tuner's effect, whichever one that may be. Now for the finally for the side deck, personally, it changes. My build changes a lot, so we'll go ahead. We'll start with the Alpha, Master of Beasts. Thinking about taking him out or leaving him in. Again, we already have a Kaiju, but you understand to play Kaiju. If this is in your hand, special summon it, effect, target himself, bounce the Kaiju, and then different dimensional something else on their field again, and then you can still bring him out. And he's a level 8, so just normal summon a level 2, go straight to Baron or Changing. I run 2 anti-spells. I don't play 3. If it will be 3, I'd probably take out Alpha for a 3rd, but again, we're just testing it. With this meta, triple D-Bear, obvious reason. Also, triple there can be only 1. With this, you don't hurt yourself. You play Psychic, Sea Serpents, Warrior, Beast, Machine. It doesn't hurt you at all. Dragon. Another card I'm testing is triple Pointer of the Red Lotus. It's a really, really strong card if you go first. You set, and if you're able to build a board, you pass. Opponent's draw phase, flip this face up, pay the 2K, look at their hand, and see if they have a Dark Ruler, Ultimate Slayer, etc. Anything that could mess with your board, especially if you're trying to go a Calamity play and you have this draw phase, they draw, activate this, see if there's anything in their hand. This is what I use it for. Anything in their hand that's a board wipe, evenly match, again, Ultimate Slayer, Dark Ruler, and just get rid of it for the turn. And then finally, it's just for back row, Harpies and Double Cosmic. I don't own Lightning Storms, but Cosmic's fine because you pay 1K. That just helps you towards the Psychic and Punisher if you're going into games that require you to go into him and you can't go into anything else. But other than that, that's pretty much it. That's my deck profile with it. Again, I got second place, top 8 locals 2 days ago. And I've also topped a lot with this deck at different locals in my area. There's about 2. But yeah, that's pretty much the deck. It's really fun. Again, I'm still testing cards out in it. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think about the deck down below, and I'll catch you guys later. Thank you.